All right, everyone, if you could make sure you're silent on your end, because we are live and everything you say will be picked up. All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. Today is Tuesday. Let's make it a Tuesday. Let's not try to make it a Monday. It's dreary outside, but hey, the sun will come out. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. 1, to all of the inmates, you're not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box, you will be sent back. This is not The Bachelor. It's not The Bachelorette. You're not allowed to pick up dates during this time period. You need to do that on your own time. To all the people who are at their house, you are actually in the 187 District Court. You need to behave as though you're in the 187 District Court. You need to find a place, be stationary, don't move around a lot, because when you move around a lot, 1, you lose signal, and 2, it makes everyone else nauseous because of the wave effect. To all the defense attorneys, happy Tuesday, everyone. Oh, thank you. All right, to all the attorneys, I'm going to call your name. That's the order you will appear in. If you need to Zoom to another court, you're more than welcome to Zoom to another court. However, the way I call your name, that's the order in which you'll appear. And if you're Zooming in another court, while I'm calling your name, we will move to the next attorney. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, no matter how small, you need to put it into the chat box. I repeat, put it in the chat box. Don't say it on the YouTube. Put it in the chat box. You're going to send it to the court coordinator of this court. She's listed as Ferguson coordinator. If your client is on bond, she will need your client's email address so that proper paperwork can be sent. I'm going to open the breakout rooms. When I open the breakout rooms, it will invite everyone to go to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and tell you to go to a breakout room. These are the attorneys. If you don't hear your name, let me know at the end. And also, defendants, if you do not hear your attorney's name, it is because they are Zooming in another court. Trust me, before the day is done, you will get a chance to speak with your attorney. Anthony Cantrell, James Seeloff, Ron Zimmerman, Bertram Wood, James Toshi, David Garcia, James Anders, John Robertson, Ling Han, John Disrude, Richard Garcia, Joseph Appelt, Joseph Stetson, Kathy Starling, Luis Martinez, Michael Goins, Milton Butler, Will Brooks, Scott Hill, Anton Hayek, Alice Warburton, Robert Rodriguez, Michael Valachek, Michael Collins, Matthew Finch, Rick Ramos Jr., Jonathan Ross. Is there anyone whose name was not called? Any attorney?
Your Honor, this is Bob Hicks. I'm sorry, when the thing came on, I did not hear my name.
All right, Bob Hicks. Anyone else?
Yes, Your Honor, Larry Shawcross on behalf of Daniel Ortega.
All right, anyone else?
Ruben Flores, Judge.
Ruben Flores. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross, I call your name. To all the defendants, I'm calling your attorney's name. I will not be calling your name. Your attorney will have a chance to speak with you. All right, to all the attorneys, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. When I send you to the breakout room, please be patient. All the prosecutors are able to move throughout the breakout rooms. If you leave your breakout room, it will show them that that room is empty and they will skip over you. So everyone put some patience in your pocket. All right. The first person up is Anthony Cantrell.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Anthony Ortiz.
And is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division.
All right,
Judge-
everyone, treat the breakout rooms as though it's a doctor's office. When you get called by the nurse, you think you're seeing the doctor, but you're not. Your blood pressure and your weight is being checked. So everyone put some patience in your pocket. Anthony Cantrell, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
James Seeloff,
Present, Your Honor. I'm here on Joseph Coy. I believe he's in jail and I need to confer with the DA. Criminal
Joseph?
Division,
how do you spell the last name?
COY.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Ron Zimmerman,
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
good morning.
I am here on Ricardo Tovar. I believe he is present under Moto G Stylus, I believe. That's
All right, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 3. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Okay.
All right, is there a Edward Alvarez here? Edward Alvarez.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you need to come back on May 26th. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the next person up is Bertram Wood.
Good morning, Judge. My client is Erica Cox. I've been in phone contact with her, criminal trial. Need to talk to a DA.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. James Toshi,
Judge, good morning. I have Ms. Carbajal Brenda. I've been conferring with Mr. Nisbet on it. I would like to chat with him briefly, and I can let you know I'm fairly recently hired on this. I'm going to ask for a short reset. I do anticipate it resolving.
how do you spell her last name?
Carbajal, Brenda Lizeth Vargas Carbajal.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. David Garcia. David Garcia.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing?
Good morning, doing great. It's a beautiful day.
It's family violence, Judge.
What is your client's name?
Angelica Torres. And she should be present.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 6. The prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. James Anders.
Yes, Judge, I have Ms. Montoya. She is here today, and I would like to speak to a prosecutor.
What is her first name?
Montana. I mean, yeah, Montana Callahan, sorry. Montoya Callahan. I'm
Are
tearing
you
it up.
sure?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, and what is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I think that it's family violence.
All right, let us check to be sure.
It's a Berg Hab, but the person was a relationship.
Norma, do you see Montoya Callahan on the docket?
Judge.
Thank you. All right, it is family violence. I'll send you to breakout room number 7. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you, Brenna. John Robertson.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got a criminal trial case, Robert Rodriguez. I was conferring with Alexandra last time.
right. I'm sending you to breakout room number 8.
Number 8.
Lean Han,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. Who do you have?
I have Mr. William McIntyre.
And who is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It should be Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to
It's
breakout
an
room
MTR.
number 9.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. John Disrude. John Disrude.
Morning, Judge. I'm here for Reuben Hawkins. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his charge is, Judge. So I'm not sure which prosecutor.
All right, let me just find it on the docketing sheet. Does anyone see Reuben Hawkins on the?
Page 13, criminal trial, I think.
Oh, no wonder. Norma, I don't have a page 13.
It's a possession case, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 10.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Richard Garcia. Richard Garcia.
I'm here, Judge. I have Nathan Rosas on the docket today, and I have not had any contact with him since last year.
All right, let me see.
He's been indicted already.
All right, let's see if he shows up. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's criminal trial division.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 11. Usually, sometimes they'll show up if they're indicted.
He had a violation report, and so I highly doubt he's going to show up. But
oh,
anyway.
we'll see if he's in custody.
Okay.
Norma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I don't have the complete docket.
Okay.
Joseph Appelt.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Jeremy Tapia. I believe he is in the courtroom, and I do need to confer with CTD, please. It's a possession case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 12.
Thank you.
All right, Joseph Stetson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Client is Fabian Cedillo, Criminal Trial Division.
How do you spell the last name?
Cedillo.
All right, I'll send you to breakout. It's the lucky breakout room, 13.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Kathy Starling.
Morning, Judge. I'm here for Ralph Campos, and it's just criminal trial division.
You say Ralph Campos?
Yes.
I'll send you to breakout room number 14.
Thank you.
Luis Martinez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Judge, I'm here on Pablo Moncada Cortez. It's a CTD case.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 15.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Michael Goins.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Leroy Torres Jr. It's a CTD case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 16.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Milton Butler.
Yes, I have Jose Guerrero. I have not had any contact with him. He has not returned my phone calls. So what I did was I called pretrial and got an email address because I wasn't sure I had the right number. So I've left the Zoom information on what I believe is his voicemail, and I've also emailed him with it. I do not know if he's here today or not.
All right. Have you had a chance to confer with the state?
No, I have not.
All right, I'll have you confer with the state, and then we will see if your client appears.
Okay.
You said it's criminal trial division?
Yes.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 17.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Will Brooks,
Morning, Judge.
good morning. Who do you have?
Christopher Kringle, Judge. No, I'm kidding, Judge. It's
Yeah,
Richard.
I was like, because I was wondering, is he related to somebody I might know?
We all know he's bad. No, Richard Ruiz, Judge, and it's special crimes. It's family violence.
Okay, you say Richard Luis.
Yes, Judge.
Is that L-U-I-S?
R-U-I-Z. Ruiz.
Oh, Ruiz. Okay.
I changed the title already too.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, Christopher Kringle visits the good children, so of course I know him personally.
My children know him.
Yeah, I'll send you to number 18.
Thank you, Judge.
Scott Hill.
Good morning, Judge. I have Abigail Villegas Torres. It's a CTD case.
All right, I'm going to send you to number 19. All right, I've noticed some people who've come back. Who's back?
Judge, may I go to the 227th? Apparently, I have to be referred to family violence. Apparently, he's got a new case, unindicted, and the DA was going to inform you that I need to talk to family violence, try to wrap everything together. But in the meantime, I have to go for an MTR on the 227th at 9:30. May I be excused to go there?
Yes, and we'll see you back after that.
Right. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, Anthony Cantrell, I see that you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. So on Anthony Ortiz, state and I have conferred. This is a case that we've been trying to get a weapon fingerprinted. So I filed the order with SAPD. My lab has made contact with SAPD. SAPD still hasn't sent the gun over because they're claiming that the lab has to have a federal license.
Yeah, I mean, this is what he said last time. So was that given to him?
The lab doesn't have one because they're not required to have one. They don't sell firearms. And they've had this kind of issue with other law enforcement agencies in the past, and they seem to work it out. The lab said, look, if you want us to, we'll send it to the sheriff in the county in Tennessee that they're at, but we're not required to have a FFL because we don't sell firearms. So my only suggestion is, the way I look at it, SAPD is not following a court order. So if you want me to file a motion to compel, I'll do that. They called the state multiple times and we're kind of like in a, they need to send the gun.
All right, Norma, we're going to recall this for next week. Everybody needs to subpoena whoever they need to subpoena.
Okay.
And Norma, when can we have a hearing on this?
Let me check the calendar, Judge.
Judge, while you're waiting, can you put the client Brenda Vargas Carbajal in breakout room number 5, please?
All right, where's Brenda Carbajal?
Right here.
Brenda Carbajal. Oh, you're under Leonardo's phone?
Yes.
And you said breakout room number 5?
5, yes, please. Her lawyer is in there, Judge.
All right, if you'll go to breakout room number 5, please. Thank you.
We can do it on a Friday, Judge, May 7th.
All right, we're going to come back on May 7th, have whatever witnesses who are in charge of the weapon. Yes.
Judge, I have a live hearing in Ector County on a motion to revoke probation on a client that's been set.
Is that a real county? I've never heard of that. Does anybody, has anyone had of Enter County, or is he making that up?
That's Odessa. Friday
Okay.
Night Lights.
All right. Norma, what's another date we can do it
I
on?
can do it that Monday, May 10th,
That works.
in the afternoon,
That'll be fine. Can you tell me what time?
about 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll see you then. Make sure you subpoena whatever witness who has the weapon.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Okay. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Judge, I'm back from the breakout room on Angelica Torres. I
Yes.
conferred with the state. Both sides are still trying to reach the victim. We can get a 30-day reset. We might be able to close this case out.
This is a 2020 case. Who were you conferring with?
David Martin.
All right, Norma, on Angelica Torres, give them a 3-week reset.
May 18th.
So we'll be back on May 18th.
All right, Judge. Thank you. May I be
Thank you.
excused?
Yes, you are. Everyone, just give me a moment. Brenda, do you see what page she's on?
Let me look.
Page 10, Judge.
All right, thanks.
Judge Boyd, when you have a second, this is James Anders for Montoya Callahan. I'm back from
Just give me a moment.
Sure.
It was Kentucky, the judge.
Mr. Torres, are you sleepy? Did you have a long night? Is that why you're yawning for everyone? You're muted. Mr. Torres, unmute yourself. Leroy Torres Jr. Mr. Torres?
Hello, good morning. This is Mr. Torres speaking.
Good morning. Did you have a long night? Is that why you're yawning? You want me to know that you're tired?
Yeah, just working kind of too hard, too many hours of work. And with this year, once I turned 50, I was like, oh, I have the big 50. I'm just really, really tired and stuff. My age,
you know, everybody on this screen is probably a little bit on the side of 50. But not
Right.
everybody is yawning. All right, everyone. Anyone who wants a jury trial, the court coordinator has informed me that our first jury trial in this court will be June 3rd. So we will be open for jury trials. All right, Mr. Anders, you were here on Montoya Callahan?
Yes, ma'am. So I just talked with the district attorney, and I would like to get one more pretrial to talk to review all of the evidence with my client, as well as the plea offer.
All right, so I have a date in my file for March 30th. It says attorney to review discovery.
Right, I've reviewed that. Right, I reviewed discovery, and I spoke with the ADA about what I thought was possibly missing, and then we kind of went through that, and And so now I'm at the point where we've gotten everything that they have according to the ADA, and now I want to review it with Ms. Callahan, and then we can make a decision about which direction we want to go.
Yeah, Norma, give this a 2-week reset
Sorry, Judge.
on Montoya Callahan, 2-week reset.
She can come back on May 11th.
All right, we'll see you on May 11th. That's your plea deadline date. After that time, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. All right, you and your client are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Judge, this is Ron Zimmerman. May I have a conference with my client, please? Breakout room.
What's your client's name?
Sorry?
Ricardo Tovar?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, Ricardo Tovar, is he in custody or on bond?
He's on bond.
Mr. Tovar, where are you? Ricardo Tovar.
Okay.
All right, we'll wait for your client.
Okay, Judge, I will give him a phone call.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment. Anton Hyatt. Who do you have?
I'm the slowest unmuter. I'm sorry, Judge. I have Adrian Herrera. It's an evading arrest case. I'd like to talk to the ADA, please.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 20. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Morning, Judge.
Just give me a moment, please. I'm trying to find you on the screen. Just one moment. Everyone, just give me a moment. I'll get to you in a moment. Alice Warburton. Alice Warburton.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Yes, who do you have?
I have Leslie Weatrick, Judge.
How do you spell the last name?
Waitrek.
Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
CTD, Judge.
All right, and Ms. Warburton,
Yes,
could you
ma'am.
make sure that you're prepared for court as far as hair getting done and whatever else you need to do? Can you make sure you're prepared for that before you come on Zoom?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You're in breakout room number 21. Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez. Michael Velichek.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Samuel Chariz. It's not a family violence. It's a regular case.
How do you spell the last name?
Charize.
I'll send you to breakout room number 22.
22?
Yes.
Thank you.
Michael Collins.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have?
I have Nathan Estrada. I think it's a family violence.
Yeah, avoid getting hurt.
I'll send you to breakout room number 23. Matthew Finch.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have a Marisol Rubio. I don't know if she's present on the Zoom today. I was substituted in recently, but it's
How do you
a
spell the first name?
Marisol, Marisol, and it's a family violence case, judges.
And the last name?
Rubio.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 24.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, anyone back from the breakout room? Mr. Toshi?
Yes, Judge, I am back. I was conferring with Mr. Nisbet. I would ask for a reset, Judge. I anticipate when we return, we are going to have a plea prepared for the court. There's just some things that need to get done between now and then.
Is your case indicted or no?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And the last name is Carbajal?
Carbajal Vargas, I'm not sure how it appears.
Judge.
All right, thank you. They may have it. Yeah. Thank you. All right, Norma, can you recall this in 2 weeks? And it's Brenda Vargas Carbajal.
Yes, ma'am. May 18th, Judge.
All right, we'll be back on May 18th, and that'll be your plea deadline date as well.
Okay, Judge.
All right, you and your client excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, John Disrude.
Yes.
Spoke to Alexandria. Mr. Hawkins is awaiting indictment on a first degree, and I believe Anthony Contrell is going to be representing him on that. So I would ask that you represent him on this as well.
Where is Mr. Hawkins? Is he in custody?
I believe he is.
Well, just one moment, we'll try to find your client. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? All right. Rick Ramos.
Good morning, Judge. I've got a Gildardo Ponce, Ponce. That'll
Okay,
be.
why did you spell the easy part of the name?
I figured you'd find him through his last name, Judge.
So what's the first name?
Gildardo, so it's Gildardo.
Gildardo.
Ardo.
And let me see if I can figure out how to spell Ponce. Okay, so is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence, Judge.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 25.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Ling Han, and I'm back from the breakout room.
All right, just give me a moment. Jonathan Ross.
Yes,
Jonathan.
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Ms. Michelle Johnson. She's got a couple of cases with criminal trial division, and I have Mr. Justin Allman, and I conferred previously with Joe Ray Garcia and family violence on that.
And it's Allman, A-L-M-E-N?
Allmon. It'll be 2020 CR 9328.
No problem. I'll send you to breakout room number 26. The prosecutor will meet you there.
Okie doke, thank you.
And if CTD comes first, can you just remind them that you're also waiting to speak to someone on family violence?
Will do.
Bob Hicks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Crystal Lynn Flores,
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
criminal trial.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 27.
Thank you.
Larry Shellcross.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Daniel Ortega. This is the first setting, Your Honor.
All right, is it criminal trial division or family
Criminal
violence?
trial division, Your Honor.
I'll send you to breakout room number 28.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ruben Flores.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Landon Ventura on page 12 in his family violence.
Is that V-E-N-T-U-R-A?
V-E-N-T-U-R-A. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 29.
Thank you, Judge.
And Norman, can you see if you can get Anthony Cantrell back into the main room? I had excused him. All right, Tony Hernandez.
Good morning, Judge. How are you today?
Hello, great. Who do you have?
Judge, I was just hired on Servando Menchaca earlier this morning.
All right, so you want to spell the first name?
Servando, Servando. I have a case number if that's easier.
Oh, no. And you say Menchaca?
Menchaca, yes, ma'am.
We'll see if that's spelled right. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
CTD.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 30.
Thank you, Judge.
Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Mary Peterzak. Mary Peterzak. Raven Vale.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I'm here on Christopher Island. He's currently in custody, Judge. It's a regular criminal division case, and I need to visit with the prosecutor.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 31.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Joseph Acevedo. Joseph Acevedo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who do you have?
1 second. I'm sorry, what was that, Judge?
Who do you have?
I apologize, Your Honor. One more time.
Who do you have? Who's your client?
I have Gina Hendricks and Leon Small.
Wait, Gina Hendricks?
Yes,
And who else?
Leon Small.
All right, is it family violence, criminal trial division?
Criminal Trial Division.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 32.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Neil Kaffis.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got John Barasio, Criminal Trial Division.
How do you spell the last name?
Barocio.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 33.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Did you need them for anything else? I can have them in the conference room.
That's fine.
Okay.
Your Honor, Joseph Stateson back from a breakout room.
All right, just give me a moment. Kimball Ward. Kimball Ward.
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I apologize.
No problem.
Yes,
Who do you have?
Sorry, I have 3 people today on different courts, so I forgot off the top of my head. I have Marcus Lewis.
And is it criminal trial division or family violence? Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I'm looking right now. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Shh, Mom, stop.
All right, it appears that it's family violence.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 34.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, Robert Guyona.
Morning.
Robert Guyona. Yes, who do you have?
Judge, I got Leo Botello. I believe he's an inmate.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
He's criminal trial division, and I have a second one. She's criminal trial division as well.
And who is that?
Looks like Christian Reyna. It could be a guy, Christian.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 34. I'm sorry, 35.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, first person up, Lynn Hong.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with your client, Mr. McIntyre?
I was going to see if I could speak with him in the breakout room.
All right, Mr. William McIntyre, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. She's in breakout room number 9. So if you could go to number 9, and Ms. Hahn, if you'll go back to number 9.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, who else is back? Mr. Stateson?
Yes, Your Honor, on Fabian Cedillo.
Yes.
The state is looking to see, getting back with the detective on the other unindicted cases. There's going to be a plea offer that's probably going to be on those cases, not on the drug case. We're going to ask for a reset. We have videos on the new case, the indicted case, but there's an issue though. Mr. Cedillo walked into court and the clerks had told him that he was not on the docket, so he walked out. And he also said that he's been trying to contact us, but we've never changed our email.
Okay, what clerk told him to walk out when he clearly is on the docket?
I don't have a clerk's name, but the Joanne de Hoyos received a telephone call from the court and said that Mr. Cedillo was there in person and he walked out. But he was told he was not on the docket. And
all right, we're going to have to find out who told him he was not on the docket because he's clearly on the docket today.
I called the bond company to get a valid number because Cedillo gave us wrong information last setting he was in person.
Judge?
Yes?
We had actually called him back and he currently has the Zoom ID and he's supposed to be logging on.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so your client should be logging on. Just give us a moment. Is there a Fabian Cedillo here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here's your client. I'm going to have you go to the breakout room with your attorney. Your attorney says that they've been having some trouble contacting you. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want you to give your attorney all of the contact information. And Norma, when can we call this back to work this out? Let's do it in 3 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. They can come back on May 19th.
All right, we're going to be back on May 19th, Mr. Cedillo.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, if you're not present, we're going to have an issue. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
All right, and May 19th is going to be your plea deadline date on this case.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you, yes?
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney, and then you and your attorney can be excused from the breakout room.
Okay.
Mr. Stetson, you were in lucky breakout room number 13, so I'm going to send your client to 13.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Anthony Cantrell. Norma asked me to call back.
Yes.
So
Okay, please do not tell me you're driving and zooming. I don't want to be a witness to an accident.
no, Your Honor, I pulled over.
Okay, awesome. All right. John Disrude has a client. Mr. Disrude, where are you? John Disrude. He has Reuben Hawkins.
I'm here, Judge. I'm here.
He has Reuben Hawkins. He's informed us that you actually have Mr. Hawkins on the first-degree felony. So he wants to withdraw so that you can be on both cases. And the case that you're appointed to is the possession with intent to deliver 4,200 grams. The case that Mr. Disrude is on is possession less than a gram.
Right.
So will you be able to take both of those cases? Mr. Cantrell?
I'm sorry. Yes, I guess that I didn't know you were talking to me. So
Yes. Okay, is this taxi driver? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Cantrell, John Disrude says that you've been appointed to represent Reuben Hawkins on a possession with intent to deliver 4,200 grams case. It's unindicted. Okay. He represents him on a possession less than a gram. He wants to withdraw so that you can represent him on both cases.
that makes a lot of sense, Your Honor. I have no problem doing that.
All right, Norma, is Mr. Hawkins in custody?
He is in custody, Judge. I just looked him up. He is in custody, but I did not order him because he's in custody on Mr. Cantrell's case, which is unindicted.
All right, this is what we're going to do then. We will, Mr. Disrude, you'll be excused. And Norma, if we can recall Mr. Hawkins for the same date that Mr. Cantrell has his other case at 2 so that they can meet.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And you're
Bye.
both excused.
Thanks.
All right, let me see what date that is. So that will be May 10th, Norma, at 2.
And Your Honor, I've finished conferring.
All right, just give me one moment.
Thank you.
Judge, how do I go to the break room for new CAPAs?
You haven't been sent to the breakout room. If you were here earlier in the morning, you would hear me say that don't go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and assign you. All right, Richard Garcia, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I'm back on Nathan Adrian Rosas.
All right, Norma, is Mr. Nathan Rosas in custody? Can you check?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you check on Nathan Rosas to see if he's in custody? Just give us a moment, Mr. Garcia. We're going to see where your client is.
Thank you, Judge. He did have a violation report that was filed recently.
Okay. Just give us a second. Michael Goins, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. The state has agreed to TIC the evading if he pleads guilty to the DWI.
Okay, you need to put that in the chat box. Is it a case that's out of this court?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. It's in CC4.
Okay, so you need to put the agreement in the chat box to Ferguson Court Coordinator.
I'll do it, Your Honor. I'm gonna have to do it when I get off this. I'm doing two things at one time. When I get you off my cell phone, get you on my main screen, I'll send that to Norma.
Okay, and have you talked to your client?
I have not. I was going to call him after this. That'd be the easiest thing for both of us.
Okay,
He was when I saw him, if that's okay with you.
Yes, all right, and we'll wait for you to come back.
One last thing, Judge. So you
Yes.
know, I've got a competency hearing at 10:10 in the magistrate's court for one of your cases, and I'll let you know what happens as soon as I'm done.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse for a few moments.
Yes.
Judge, I don't show him in custody.
All right, is there a prosecutor available for Nathan Rosas?
I've already conferred with Hunter, Judge.
Oh, no, I'm going to call it and see where he is.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if there's a prosecutor who's in the main room. All right, is there a prosecutor available?
I just got back, Judge.
Thank you. I'm going to call this case. Okay. The court is calling 2021 CR 2782, 2021 CR 2781, and 2021 CR 2783, State of Texas versus Nathan Adrian Rosas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense?
Judge Richard Garcia for the defense.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. and it's now 9:59 a.m. Mr. Rosas has had previous no-shows for this court. His last no-show was for April 12th. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
No, Judge, and the bondsman hasn't had any either.
All right. State?
We're asking for you to forfeit his bond and issue a warrant for his arrest.
All right, that'll be granted, and he'll be remanded without bond and causes numbers 2021 CR 2781, 2021 CR 2782, and 2021 CR 2783. Mr. Garcia, if you have contact with your client, then the court will reconsider. But for now, his bond is forfeited in all three cases, and he's remanded without bond in all three cases.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And if you have nothing else with us, you're excused.
Thank you so much. Good seeing you.
You too. Have a good one.
You too.
Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? Ron Zimmerman?
Yes, Judge, I was able to contact my client, and I believe he is present in court.
All right, Mr. Tovar? Deputy Laura, is Mr. Ricardo Tovar in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then I'm going to send you to confer with your client, with your attorney. He's in breakout room number 3. Mr.
Okay, thank
Zimmerman, if you'll go back to breakout room number 3.
All right, thank you.
And Ricardo, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Okay.
Anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Joseph Appel.
Okay, just one second. Milton Butler.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm out from the breakout room. I have Jose Guerrero. I don't know whether he showed up on Zoom or not. We're in the courtroom.
All right, is there a Jose Guerrero here on the Zoom screen? All right, Deputy Laura, is there a Jose Guerrero in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Just one moment. Is there a prosecutor available? Let me see if we have a prosecutor.
For what?
Thank you. His client is not present.
Ooh, I left this.
Court is calling
Easy.
2021 CR 2770, State of Texas versus Jose Luis Guerrero III. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
David Martin.
for the defense?
Milton Butler.
All right. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:03 a.m. Deputy Laura, has there been a Jose Luis Guerra III, I'm sorry, Guerrero III in the courtroom at all today?
No, Your Honor, he has not.
And for the record, he has not been on Zoom screen. Mr. Butler, have you had any contact with your client?
No, I have not.
Have you attempted to contact your client?
Yes, I've attempted to contact him by phone. I've left 2 messages. I've also called pre-trial because I wasn't sure the number was correct. They gave me his email address. I emailed him. I received no response.
All right, state.
We asked for a bond forfeiture and a warrant be issued.
All right, that'll be granted. Your client will be remanded without bond. Of course, if you're able to get in touch with your client, if you let the court know and have him present himself, I'll reconsider.
Thank you.
All right, you're excused. Okay. All right, Ms. Hahn, you're back.
Yes, Judge. We have an agreement with the, or we've reached consensus with the state for
All right,
Mr.
if you'll-
McIntyre's disposition.
All right, if you'll put it in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson. She's
Yes, I
listed as
did.
Ferguson coordinator. Right. Joseph Appelt.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Tapia is in the courtroom. I've conferred with him. I've conveyed to him the offer from the district attorney. Mr. Tapia wants to view the video evidence, and I have to, before making a decision, so I have to schedule an appointment with him to come to my office to do so.
Mr. Tapia, could you come on the screen, please? Mr. Tapia, hello. This case was set on March 30th, and your plea deadline date was set for today. So there will be no further extensions for the plea deadline date. We'll recall your case on June 3rd for jury trial.
Okay.
Do you need to speak with your attorney?
No, ma'am, not right now.
All right. So just so you know, the court is not going to accept a plea bargain agreement if it's reached on June 3rd. You will be going to jury trial. So, and you will need to be present in court on that day.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. That'll be June 3rd at 9. And your attorney, do you want to talk to him about how to dress for court, Mr. Appelt?
I can, Your Honor. I mean, I have his phone number. I'll discuss it with him.
Okay. All right, I'll send you to a breakout room so you can discuss him about appropriate attire, so he shall know.
That will be fine, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Appelt.
Judge, tell him not to leave. I need to give him a reset letter, make sure he signs it, and he needs to be back for trial on the 3rd.
All right. Courtroom, can you go to breakout room number 12? And Mr. Appelt, if you could go back to 12.
I will, Your Honor.
All right, in courtroom, let me make you a co-host so you can go to 12. Everyone, just give me 1 second. All right, Mr. Martinez.
Judge, I've conferred with Marcus. Judge, Mr. Moncada Cortez is here in my office. He's got a DWI charge. He also pled to a DWI in 2013 that has some post-conviction problems. I've reached out to Conviction Integrity. I'm getting them a application for a writ on that case, and that's going to affect this case. So I need a regular reset to get that resolved.
Okay, when is that going to be done? Because we were here at the last setting for judgment. So what's the
Judge,
time frame?
I've got the writ just about finished. I should have them in before the end of the week. And then I should have a decision on that in a couple of weeks. So I would ask Judge for 30 days to get that resolved.
All right, Norman, can you give them a 30-day reset?
May 25th.
All right, we'll see you back on May 25th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. You and your client are excused.
Thank you.
And sorry to interrupt, Your Honor, but I finished speaking with Mr. Tapia. May I be excused then as well as him? Once he
Yes.
signs his form with the clerk?
Yes, once he signs the form, he can be excused.
And may I be excused now then, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
Judge, I'm conferring.
All right, Will Brooks.
Judge, I've confirmed with both my client, Mr. Martin. I conveyed an offer from the state to him and he's declining that today. It's Mr. Richard Ruiz. It's our first post-indictment setting. Case was filed in January, Judge.
All right, are there any discovery issues?
Not at this time, Judge.
Is there anything unusual or about this case?
It's a habitual, he's alleged to be a habitual offender, Judge, so I just need to prepare my motions and request the traditional things that I would in such a case.
All right, Norman, can you give them a 30-day reset? Mr. Ruiz,
He's in custody, Judge. He may have stepped away from the computer already.
Oh, no, we need to find Mr. Ruiz. No one is allowed to step away from computers at the jail. So just give us a second. We're going to find your client.
Judge, while they're looking for him, Landon Ventura is in the courtroom. He can go to 29. Ruben Flores is in there.
All right, courtroom.
And I'll be right back.
All right. If you could go to courtroom, if you could go to breakout room number 29, please. And Norma, we're trying to find Mr. Brooks' client, Richard Ruiz. He says he's in custody. Did you speak to him today, Mr. Brooks?
I did, Judge.
Let me find out where he's at.
Oh, and the courtroom, it's number 29.
Yes, I'm still at 12.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
All
right.
Can I go?
Yes, Ricardo. You're on muted, Mr. Ricardo.
I'm sorry, Judge. May I go to the breakout room with my attorney and the prosecutor?
All right, you haven't been requested to go to the breakout room yet.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. It's the first time I've ever done this. I don't know how it works. I'm sorry, ma'am.
No, I mean, were you here at 9 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you would have heard my instructions.
I was in a different courtroom. I mean, like I said, this is the first time I ever used Zoom. I don't know how it works.
But if you were
I
here
have
at 9 a.m., you would have heard my instructions. But when you're needed to go into a breakout room, I'll send you there, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. Neftali Rodriguez.
Morning, Judge.
Morning.
Victoria,
Do you have?
Victoria Machuca, she's present as well, Judge. And I
How do you spell the last name?
M-A-C-H-U-C-A.
M-A-C-H.
U-C-A.
Is it criminal child division or family violence?
It's a family violence, Judge. And I would love to go into a breakout room with one of the prosecutors.
Sure, I'll see you to breakout room number 36.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Michelle Johnson. You need to unmute.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm present.
Is that a support animal?
Not legally, no.
Yeah, so you're in a courtroom. You would not have that animal in the courtroom, so you can't have him on Zoom.
My apologies.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am. He's
Judge, on Will Brooks' client,
Yes.
when they told him to go to the breakout room, he thought he had to leave the room, so he left. So they're bringing him back.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, Michael Collins,
Yes.
back from the breakout room. I spoke with David Martin, Your Honor. I have some pictures and screenshots and also some videos that I need to send him so he can consider a different plea offer, Your Honor. We'd just like a short time to get that done on Nathan Estrada.
All right, Norma, on Nathan Estrada, can you recall this case for 2 weeks?
Your Honor, real quick, can we do any date besides May 11th? May 11th is my birthday, and I usually take that day off, Your Honor.
Oh, well, I mean, you're doing better than some. I consider it a birth month when it's my birth month of November.
I'm lucky to take a day.
All right. So any date but May 11th, Norma. He wants to celebrate his birthday for some reason.
The 12th?
If we could do, can anyone do the 13th or the 14th, either one of those days?
I can do the 14th.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you back on May 14th. Enjoy your 29th birthday.
I'll do it. I'll do that. I'll do it 30 times, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Have a good one. You and your client excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
John Robertson, Your Honor. I went to a breakout room earlier, had to go to mag court. I'm back.
Alexandra was, I think, in another room. She never showed up. I can tell you, Judge, we've got an offer from last time, and I've got a couple of new videos that I've got to get downloaded, and I need to go over with my client. If we could maybe get 2 weeks to do that.
What is your client's name?
Robert Rodriguez, and he's present.
I'm available now, John. Do you need to speak with me?
Oh, she's available.
Yeah, we can talk for a minute.
All right. I'll see you to breakout room number 1, John.
Thank you.
And Judge, this is Scott Hill. I just got out of the breakout room with Miss Williamson.
Yes.
She would like me to get a mitigation packet together for her, so I'm requesting 30 days to do that, Judge.
Let me see. All right. Is your client indicted?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'm just trying to file. Is her full name Abigail Torres?
I show it as Abigail Villegas hyphenated Torres.
All right. This is a first setting. Norma, can you give them a 30-day reset on Abigail Torres, Villegas Torres?
May 25th.
All right, we'll come back on May 25th. You should have your packet ready before then.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
First of all, is your client here?
She has, I think she's still there.
I am. I'm right here.
All right,
Good
we're going to
morning.
call you back on May 25th.
Thank you.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
Judge.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment. Brenda, do you see what page Villegas is on?
Let me look.
Page 11.
Oh, thank you.
Norma, I sent you a chat.
All right, anyone else back?
Yes, Judge, this is Ron Zimmerman. Could you please put me into a breakout room with Alexandra Williams when she's available?
All right, I'll let her know.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Do you want me to go to that breakout room now?
No, just wait here until she comes back in
Okay.
the main room.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Brenda, I'm sending you something in the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, you have something on your chat.
Judge, this is Abe Garza.
Everyone, just give me a moment. Leslie Whitetrack, where are you?
I am present, Judge. For
Leslie Whitetrack, where are you? All right, here's what's going on. Your client is asleep on Zoom. I don't allow people to sleep on Zoom because nobody else here is asleep on Zoom. So he's going to have to show up to the 187 District Court.
yes, Judge. Actually, that's a fine, Judge. We have an offer from the state that I believe Mr. Wiatrick will be interested in taking. So if you would like to reset for an in-person plea, he can do that if you would like.
Yes, he's coming to court this afternoon at 2.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
I will.
So let him know he needs to be here at 2 and don't sleep in court.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
As you can see, he's like in his own little world.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Sure.
Hayek is back, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. Will Brooks, your client, Mr. Ruiz, is back.
Yes, Judge, I'm still here.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, he's logging in. And Norma has already given him a reset date, but I like for everyone to know their reset date in case they are released.
Sure, I think that's his intention too, Judge, so that's good.
Let's see. Mr. Ruiz.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you put Lynn, Han, myself in the CLO in a breakout room, please?
Lynn Han, if you go to breakout room number 5. And Ms.
Thank you,
Reyes,
Judge.
if you will go to 5. All right, Mr. Ruiz. You need to unmute.
There, can we hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Ruiz, you're going to come back to court on May 27th. If you are released from custody, then you can appear by Zoom or you can appear in the courtroom. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And your next court date will be May 27th at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brooks, do you have all of his contact information?
I've got his dad's, which is the current contact information for him, Judge.
All right, then now, Ms. Ruiz, you can let the deputy know that you have completed your case for today.
Okay, completed the case for today, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brooks, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Brenda, what page is Mr. Ruiz on? You know, when you're looking for it, you never see it.
That's right.
Oh, okay, I found it. Thank you. All right, there was someone else who was back from the breakout room.
John Robertson, Your Honor.
Charlie. Kimberly.
Hayek.
All right, Hayek, and then it'll be Ward, then it'll be Robertson. Yes, Hayek.
We have an offer. The prosecutor needs to reach out to his misdemeanor prosecutors. So if we could have a reset, appreciate it. My client has 3 misdemeanor cases.
What is this going to be, a plea on misdemeanor case or something?
No, he's offering a defer to the felony.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah, I don't want to know what the offer is here. I'm just interested in, is something going to happen if there is, the case is taken care of in misdemeanor court or no?
No, this misdemeanors will be taken into consideration. This is going to be a
Alright.
plea in your court.
All right, just one moment. As soon as the coordinator comes back, I'll give you a reset. She's in a breakout room.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
on Adrian Herrera, can you call this in 1 week, please?
And it's gonna be for,
It's probably going to work out.
I think a week is very tight, Your Honor.
All right, recall it in 2 weeks, Norma. And Adrian Herrera, are you on the Zoom screen?
Right there, Your Honor.
Okay. So is 2 weeks enough time for you, Mr. Hayek?
It depends on the prosecutor. We'll work on it though.
Okay. All right, Norma, can you give us a reset date for 2 weeks on Adrian Herrera?
okay. Let's see. Come back
How
on
about
the
May?
12th.
May 12th sounds great.
All right, we'll see you on May 12th.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You and your client are excused.
Thank you so much.
Judge, can you put Lynn in breakout room number 9, please?
Yes. All right, everyone, just give me a moment while I find Mr. Adrian Herrera on the docket.
Page 11, Judge.
Thank you. See, I just mentioned that and somebody automatically tells me where it is. I appreciate that. Kimber Ward.
Yes, Your Honor. I had Marcus Lewis today, and upon speaking to the prosecutor, we discovered that he was just indicted on a second case, which I have yet to be appointed on, that he has a warrant on. So I do believe that we need to, figure out that information before we could proceed, and whether or not the court wanted to appoint me or what.
Where's Mr. Lewis?
I did not see him on there, but I wasn't sure because there's a couple unidentified persons.
All right, Mr. Lewis, Marcus Lewis, where are you? Deputy Laura, is there a Marcus Lewis in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he's not.
All right, is there a prosecutor available?
I'm here.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 2709, State of Texas versus Marcus Lewis. If I could have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
David Martin.
For the defense.
Kimber Ward.
All right. This hearing was scheduled for 9 a.m. It is now 10:27 a.m. Deputy Laura, has there been a Marcus Lewis in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, he has not.
And for the record, he has not been on Zoom screen. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
I have not, Your Honor. We did try to reach him the last week.
State?
Well, that's for a bond forfeiture and a warrant issue.
All right, that'll be granted and your client will be remanded without bond. If you're able to get in touch with your client and present him to the court, of course, I will reconsider.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse?
Right. Yes. Do you have anyone else with us?
I do not.
All right, yes, you may be excused. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment while I find what page Mr. Lewis is on. All right, found it. Thank you. All right, John Robertson.
Yes, Your Honor. We've got a new offer from the state, and I'm gonna need to get my client to my office to look at a couple of videos. We should know what we're gonna do within 2 weeks, if we can maybe get a 2-week reset.
All right, Norma, can you give me a 2-week reset on Robert Rodriguez?
And he's here, Your Honor. If Robert, if you would call me this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
All right, Norma, a 2-week reset, please.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second, Judge. You can come back on May 11th.
All right, and May 11th will be your plea deadline date. Mr. Rodriguez, after that point, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements. And if you are not going to enter a plea on that date, the 187 starts jury trials June 3rd. All right, if you have no one else, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Mary Peterzak.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I'm here with, my client is also on, Miss Lisa Garza. I just need to confer with, I guess, the CTD about her case today.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. And then there was a new attorney who just came into the room. Roland Garcia. Okay. Albelardo Garza.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Damian Thomas.
All right,
DeMille,
so
I'm
family
sorry.
family
Thomas
violence?
DeMille. Pardon me?
Is it
Yes,
family
di-
violence or criminal trial?
Criminal. I was talking to Marcus, Judge, on this.
All right, I'll see you to breakout room number 2. Roland Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I forgot to unmute. I'm here on Lorenzo Servino. I'd like to chat with the prosecutor regarding the possible plea agreement, Your Honor.
All right, what's the last name?
Servin, S-E-R-V-I-N.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial, Your Honor.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Ron Zimmerman on Mr. Tovar, and then I'll take up Kathy Starling.
Yes, Judge, this is Ron Zimmerman. I'm just kind of waiting on Alexandra to
Okay,
go
let
to
me
a
see if
breakout.
she's back.
She is.
Alexandra? Alexandra, are you there?
She was in 20, Your Honor, with me.
All right, let's see where she is because she's not answering and she's not in breakout room number 20. All right, just give us a second, Ron. Kathy Starling?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I had Ralph Campos.
Yes.
I had talked with Alex, and she had talked about offering a new offer, but I know that today was his plea deadline, and so if we can't have additional time for that, we'd want to be put on the trial track.
All right. Mr. Campos, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Campos, you're going to be scheduled for jury trial for June 3rd. If you're not accepting the plea today, you will need to be in court on June 3rd. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And just so you know, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements on that date, no matter what the state is offering. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your plea deadline date has expired, and actually you received a regular reset in January for a plea deadline date, and the court extended it for today. And my understanding is that you're rejecting the plea agreement. Is that correct?
Well, no, Your Honor, Alex was going to make a new offer. And so that's what the issue was. And that's why she said to ask for a reset. But I understand that the court's not giving resets on a lot of cases. And so that's why I said if we're not going to get time for the state to do that, we'll just be put on the trial track.
Well, if you want to speak to the state and see if they're prepared to make that offer now.
They aren't. They asked me to do something in order for them to be able to make that offer, but they just asked me to do that today, and I'm not going to be able to accomplish what they're asking by.
All right. Does anyone know where Alexandra is? Because I don't see her on the Zoom.
No, Judge, I'm not sure. I see her in room 28.
All right, as soon as she comes back from room 28, she'll be able to speak with you.
Pretty crazy. Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
May I approach, Judge?
yes.
Judge, I've
I'm
come
sorry,
back.
speak with me or?
Yes, she's going to come back to speak with you and your client. Yes,
Okay,
Mr.
but-
Wood?
Good morning, Judge. I've conferred with the DA. I've got an either or offer. My client would like a little time to consider that. Could I come off the trial docket day and set this 2 weeks from now for a plea?
All right, just give me one moment.
My client is Erica Cox, and I've seen her picture on here earlier.
Okay. Just give me one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I would like to.
Okay, so you're saying, who are you conferring with?
The last one was Hunter Morris.
All right, Norma, on Erica Cox, can you recall this? Mr. Wood, you said in 2 weeks?
Please, Judge.
No, you said in 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, can you give a reset date for Erica Cox for 2 weeks?
The 12th.
All right, that will be your plea deadline date, Mr. Wood. So you and your client are excused, and if you'll come back on May 12th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Erica, did you hear that? I suppose you did.
And Judge, this is Tony Hernandez. I was in room 30, but no one ever showed up.
All right, just give us a moment. All right, Mr. Wood, you and your client are excused.
Judge, I'm letting you know I'm back from conferring.
All right, just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Tony Hernandez, you have.
Servando Menchaca. You'd put me in room 30, Judge, but no one ever showed up.
All right, I'll move you. Maybe nobody saw you. So I'm going to move you to number 3.
Thank you, Judge.
But I will tell you this, when you left the room, you got skipped over because someone from CTD went to another room.
Oh, I've been waiting in there for quite a while, Judge.
I mean, didn't you hear my announcement at the beginning that it's like at a doctor's office? They're just checking your weight and blood pressure in the breakout room. And if you leave, the doctor's like, oh, I guess I've already seen that patient. And they keep moving.
I missed that, Judge.
Okay, you're in number 3 now.
Thank you, Judge.
Bob Hicks?
Yes, Your Honor. How are you?
Great.
Well, according to the breakout room, my weight is 218 pounds. My blood pressure is 116/65.
All right. Well, you know, far be it from me to speak about whether somebody's weight is appropriate or if it's in the wrong category.
But I'm too heavy. However, I'm meeting up with that diabetes resistance you see advertised every now and then. Anyway, I have spoken with Alexandra, and we have discussed the case, and she said her offer is contingent upon the misdemeanor that's related to this, and that's in a different court and has a different attorney. But she says she thinks that attorney is taking a leave of absence and would like me to contact the county court and see if I can get appointed to that case, which is set for tomorrow. So if you can reset this case for a couple of weeks, I would appreciate it. I'll see if I can't reach some sort of.
I've got a cert to approve.
So what you're telling me is the state is saying if something works out with that case, then this case will be taken care of?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I would point out that I was appointed to this case 2 weeks ago this morning.
It doesn't have to defend.
Excuse me. Ms. Ferguson, on Crystal Flores, can you give me a setting for that for 2 weeks?
For which case, Judge? I'm sorry.
Crystal Lynn Flores.
For 2 weeks?
Yes.
Oh. They can come back on May 11th.
All right, we'll see you and your client back on May 11th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes. All right, Michael Goins.
Yes, Your Honor. I chatted the offer to Ms. Ferguson already. We're gonna need some time for me to, I've already sent the email to the court saying there's been an offer made in this court based on theirs to CC4. If we could have 30 days to try to get that taken care of, and this case will be TIC.
So this case is going to be TIC.
Yes. If you please go
All
through
right.
the case in CC4.
So when is the setting for the county court number 4 case?
There is not a setting for CC4 yet, Your Honor. I emailed them asking for one and it'd be expedited.
All right, well, just one second. Do you mind if I call the court to get this expedited?
No, Your Honor, that'll be fine.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment.
Your Honor, while you're doing that, if I could speak to Ms. Ferguson in a breakout room, I'd appreciate it.
Yes.
And the lab is cognizant they have to do a concentration test. If all concentrations are relevant.
Ms. Ferguson, Michael, do you have time to go to a breakout room briefly?
Lynn, your client didn't sign the certificate of appeal. I need to redo it because he needs to sign it.
Okay.
So I need to redo the certificate again, and he needs to redo the whole process again.
Okay.
Lynn, disregard Lynn.
All right, everyone, just give me one moment, please. All right, Ron Zimmerman.
Yes, Judge.
Alexandra is back.
Oh, great.
So Ron, if you will go, let me see where I can send you. If you'll go to breakout room number 4, and Alexandra will meet you in 4. And Kathy Starling, if you'll go to breakout room number 4, and Alexandra will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
And to,
And Your Honor,
just one
I'm
second,
sorry.
and to Leroy Torres, your case is being recalled for Friday, April 30th. All right, and yes, Ms.
Can I tell
Starling?
them Leroy, we're going to be trying to go to CC4 tomorrow to get all this over with. And I'll send you the link as soon as I get it from CC4, okay? You're muted right now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Goins, we'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse.
All right, and the judge said if you just call over, they'll have him available for tomorrow.
I'll do it right now, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Belichick.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
so
Judge,
sorry, Your Honor. You put me in that breakout room with Alexandra, but do I need to tell her if she can't convey the offer today? Then
Yes.
okay, yeah, I know she's not going to give me the offer today.
Okay, well, if you could let her know.
Okay, I will.
Yes, Mr. Belichick.
Judge, I've conferred with the state and my client. We have an offer that's contingent upon him pleading on his 2 pending DWIs in misdemeanor court in County Court 6. And then the case here would be dismissed.
All right, have you contacted County Court number 6?
No, I haven't. And I just pulled up the case numbers now.
All right, who's the judge in County Court number 6?
Judge Christian.
All right, do you want to call them and see if when they can put your case on the docket?
Yes, I would. I think jail court would be faster, but I would do that through the 6 coordinator, so I can try that, Judge.
All right, if you'll do that and let us know, so that then I'll be able to give you a date. So if you can do that.
Okay,
then
I'll
come
mute
back.
myself and see if I can get that done.
All right, thank you. Ed Cano, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I've got Mario Escalante. He's in jail. And then I also have a Taylor Snyder. She's out on bond, but I didn't see her in the
All right, are these criminal trial divisions or family violence?
criminal trial, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I just wanted you to know that we were back.
All right, just give me a moment. Ms. Ling, you're with Mr. McIntyre?
Yes, Judge.
All right, who's the
I think all of the
prosecutor?
paperwork's been sent.
Yes, who's the
I was speaking
prosecutor?
with Mr. Morris.
Hunter Morris, are you available? All right, he's in the breakout room. As soon as he comes back from the breakout room, I'll take up your case. We have all the paperwork.
Do I need to let him know to come back from the
No,
breakout
he's in
room?
there confirmed with another attorney.
Okay.
He will come out of that breakout room, and when he does, I'll take up your case. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ruben Flores?
Yes, Judge, I conferred with David on my case, and I conferred with my client in the courtroom. I'm going to ask for a reset, Judge. This is the first time I talked to him, and I wanted to review some discovery with him. And he says he's going to come to my office after you release him. So if we can get like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever the court can give me.
All right, Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
On Landon Ventura, he's in the courtroom. Can you give him a 3-week reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. The 18th.
All right, he'll be back on May 18th. And
Yes,
Mr. Ventura, could I see, to the courtroom, could I see Mr. Ventura on the screen, please? Mr. Ventura?
Hello.
Hello. All right, you need to come back on May 18th. Your attorney says he wants to speak with you in person, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll see you all back on May 18th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Neftali Rodriguez?
Judge, I was back for referring with David on Machuca.
Yes.
There are several issues in this case, Judge. It was no build last summer, and so I think that there's some co-defendants. I think David's going to reach out to the prosecutor, I believe in the 437th, which is where the rest of the cases are. But this is a first setting after the indictment.
Where's your client?
He's here, Judge, in the blue.
Victoria Manchuca.
The blue top right here.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right. Norma Victoria Manchuca. Could you recall that in 30 days?
Yes, ma'am. On the 25th.
All right, we'll see you both back on the 25th.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe be excused.
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
Larry Shellcross.
Yes, Your Honor. As the court probably knows, this was our first setting. We did get an offer, and if we can just get a fairly short recess to be able to go over and explain this to Mr. Ortega, then I think we will be able to proceed.
Norma, on Daniel Ortega, could you recall this in 2 weeks, please? Is that enough time, Mr. Shellcross?
Yes, Your Honor. The week of the 16th, I have more availability than I do on the second week.
Norma, could you give us a reset date, please?
They can come back on the 18th.
All right, is May 18th good for you, Mr. Shellcross?
Yes, Your Honor, that appears to be
All right, we will see you back on May 18th.
very good, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
May we be excused?
Yes. All right, Michael Velichek.
Your Honor, all I was able to do was leave a voicemail for her and give her the case numbers and et cetera. I can also email her a request.
All right.
So I have no idea how long it would take.
Norma, on Samuel Cherise, they're saying that if his client enters a plea on the misdemeanor cases, these cases will be dismissed. Can you recall this in 3 weeks?
May 18th.
All right, we'll see you back on May 18th.
May 18th. That should be plenty of time, Judge. Thank you very much.
All right,
I'm
thank you.
excused.
Yes, you and your
Am I-
client are excused.
Okay, he's a prisoner.
Excuse me, Judge. I was kicked out of the video. My name is Mil Thomas. I'm using.
I removed you from the video because you were playing with your hair. I don't know what people don't understand is this is the 187 District Court and this is the courtroom. It is not for people to style themselves. When you come on Zoom, you need to be ready for court. So if you are in person, your hair needs to be done. This is not the place for everybody to be doing their hairstyles, playing with their pets, cooking meals. That should have been done before you zoomed in. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
stopped your video because I don't want to see that.
All right, thank you,
And the
sir.
next time it occurs, your video will be stopped, you will be removed, and you will be required to appear in person.
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, it's Tony Hernandez. I'm back whenever you're ready.
All right, just 1 second. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Judge. I conferred with Marcus. We have an offer, Judge, and if we can just reset this so I can review the discovery. It's the first setting, I believe.
All right, where's Mr. Menchaca?
He's actually in my office, but he should also be online. He's been here all morning.
Okay, I have his attorney listed as Kevin Stryker. So his attorney is no longer Kevin Stryker?
No, Judge, we filed notice this morning and I let Kevin know. I spoke to him on the phone.
Okay.
And I believe the notice was already accepted.
So what are you asking for?
The regular reset, Judge, so that we can review the discovery.
All right, Norma, can you set this in 30 days? And after that time period, I will give you your plea deadline date.
Thank you, Judge.
Sorry, May 25th.
All right, we'll see you back on May 25th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge Boyd,
Yes,
this is Ed Kano.
yes.
You were going to put me in a breakout room 6. And
Okay, I thought I had sent you.
Well,
I'm sorry about that. That's my fault. I'll send you to breakout room number 2, Mr. Cano.
oh, it's no problem. Thanks, Judge. See
You're
you.
welcome. All right, Neil Kalfas.
Judge, I conferred with Tom, and there's some things in the laboratory report that he and I are both going to need further clarification on in order to make a sound movement on the case. And so if I could get a reset to give him time to call the lab and just get clarification, we would both appreciate it.
All right, Norma, on Barracio, or is it Barracio? How do you pronounce the last name, Mr. Kalfas?
Judge, don't put me
It's
on
like
the
law
spot.
school. I'm putting you on the
Don't put me
spot.
on the spot like that. You're gonna do like I did that first year of criminal law, and it'll take me 10 minutes to even figure out what my name is. I believe it's Barracio.
Okay. Norma, can I have a 30-day reset on John Barracio?
The 25th.
All right, is Mr. Barracio here?
Yes, I'm here, ma'am.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Barrocio.
Okay, Neil, you were wrong.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
so was I, but I was going by what you were saying.
Just like in law school, Judge, just like in law school.
All right, thank you. We'll see you and your client back on May 25th.
I appreciate it, Judge. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you, you too. All right, Ron Zimmerman, you were waiting for Alexandra, is that correct?
Yes, actually, Judge, I did speak to her. I think we've got a deal very, very close to being consummated. I would like 30 days, if I could, to get some details worked out in order for my client to accept this.
All right, I'll give you a, Mr. Barracio, you're excused.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it's a possession less than a gram case. I'll give you a 3-week reset.
Okay, could we, could that be on the 18th or the 25th, Judge?
All right, Norma or Mr. Tovar, can you give them a 3-week reset? Defense is requesting 18th or what day?
18th or the 25th. I believe you prefer Tuesdays. Is that correct, Judge?
Oh, no, I prefer whatever Norma says the date is.
You know who's running this shop.
You know what? I have a rule. My rule is everybody stays in their lane. If you're a defense attorney, be a defense attorney, you know, the clerk, be clerks, whatever. You know, I was watching, you know, I love sports and I love football. And so there was a football player on and they said, how is your team doing so great? He's like, because everybody knows their role and everybody's doing their role. And he said, I'll put it to you this way. He's like, if you're a car and you're supposed to be the tires, be the tires. Don't try to be the engine. Don't try to be the car seat. So then he asked Deion Sanders, so if you were on the football team, what would you be? He's like, oh, I'm the gas. He's like, you can't move without me.
That man had the best closing speed I've ever seen on a football field.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
So Norma and Mr. Tovar, are we available for the 18th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you and your client on May 18th.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right,
Thank you.
you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, and Lynn Hahn, just give me 1 second. Let me see if I have the last paperwork from your client.
And I'm also back from the breakout room with Alexandra whenever you're ready, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Just give me 1 moment. And I appreciate everyone for your patience.
This is Abe Garza. I'm back from the breakout room also, yeah.
Okay, just give me 1 moment. I'm trying to clear up my box, then maybe some emails will come through. All right, Ms. Hahn, do you know if your client has signed the certification? Okay.
I believe that he has.
All right, everyone, let me take up this case very quickly. Then I will promise you I'll put everyone in line. Who is the prosecutor?
It was Mr. Morris.
All right, Hunter Morris. He's still in the breakout room. Is there a prosecutor who's available to take this case or no? All right, Ms. Hahn, do you have any pockets on your outfit?
Do I have any pockets on my outfit?
Yes.
I
If you
do.
Take some of that patience out for me. My
Okay.
mom has always said, put some patience in your pocket, and I appreciate your patience. So I promise you, as soon as Hunter Morris comes from the breakout room, we'll take your case up.
Yes, Judge, no worries at all. Happy
All
to
right.
be here.
Oh, thank you. All right, Kathy Starling, what is happening with Mr. Campos?
It was, like I said, Your Honor, she's not able to convey the offer we had discussed today. And so if we need to be put on the trial track.
When is she
again,
saying she will be available to give you the offer?
Well, like I said, she had asked me to do a couple things for it. And so I would say 2 weeks would be safe amount of time I could complete all of that for her, and then she could do the paperwork for it.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Campos, this is what we're going to do. We're going to recall your case in 2 weeks. After that, the court will not extend any more plea deadline dates. That will be it.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. I'm back.
All right, just give me 1 moment.
Sure.
Norma, are you there on Mr. Campos?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you
Yes, ma'am,
recall
I'm
that
here.
in 2 weeks?
18th. Let me turn
All
on
right.
my camera, Judge, because there it is. I'm always
Okay.
here, Judge.
You said May 19th?
18th.
18th? All right, we'll see you and your client on May 18th. There will be no further extensions.
Okay, that's perfect, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. James Seeloff, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Coy, and I guess he's got a new case in the pipeline, family violence.
All right, what's your client's name again?
Coy. Joseph Coy, C-O-Y. And I believe he's in jail.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll see you to breakout room number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jerry Kagan.
Hi, Judge. Can I get into a breakout room with criminal?
What is your client's name?
Santiago Briones.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3. Abelardo Garza.
Yes, Judge. He's got another case coming down the pike. I believe Marcus said that they might indict him tomorrow or the day after.
And your client, who's your client?
Thomas, Jamil Thomas.
Jamil Thomas. All right, I'm going to give a 30-day reset, but this is going to be the last 30-day reset on this case because it was reset from April 6th because there were some new cases.
Correct.
Norma, on Mr. Thomas, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
The 25th.
All right, we'll see you on May 25th.
Okay. Jamil, you can leave also. Every excuse, Your Honor.
Yes, you and your client are excused. Let me just find him on our docket. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me check to see if Hunter is out of the breakout room. He is still there. Alexandra.
Yes, I'm back.
Are you able to speak with Lynn Hahn and find out what the agreement with it was, or either go to Hunter and find out what their agreement is?
I can, yes, I will do that.
All right. And Hunter is in breakout room number 32.
Here, I'll find out. I'll let you know, Lynn.
All right, thank you. Mary Peterzak.
Yes, Judge. Back from the breakout room with the ADA. Miss Garcia has informed me that she had hired an attorney about 2 weeks ago, and they have not been.
Miss Garcia, who's the attorney you hired?
I had hired Mr. Orta. I do not know his first name.
All right, everybody. Here's the thing. If you got to pay money to somebody, you should at least know their first name. Because, I mean, how many Ortas are there in San Antonio? That's like me coming on saying I've hired an attorney, which this is probably the most important thing in your life right now, this case. And if I go and hire someone and I tell somebody, oh, I don't know who it is, their last name is Garcia, what do you want me to do with that? Am I supposed to find out who this person is so they can be here? Like, what is my role in that? How old are you? How old are you, Miss Garcia?
26.
All right, so you need to find out what the name of your attorney is so that we can have him Zoom in here. And that's going to happen within 15 minutes.
Okay.
Judge, did Ed Cano ever go to a breakout room? I thought he was going to.
Yes, Ed Cano is in breakout room number 2.
I went to the wrong one.
Yes, and Jerry Kagan is in 3. And Ed Cano, if you'll go back to Tom Nesbitt, just went to that room to speak with you.
Going right now.
All righty. People, don't leave the breakout rooms.
No, at Conway too either.
No, he just went back there.
My goodness gracious.
Like, people, don't leave the breakout room. All right, Roland Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor, we got a plea working. The only issue is, as usual, I'd like some time to allow my client to prepare himself for a TDC sentence.
All right, well, here's the thing, Mr. Garcia, we can take the plea today and then we'll set it for sentencing on another day.
Okay, how much time can I get, Judge?
I don't know yet. Let me just see what the plea is, what the charges are, then we can go from there. But he'll have some time.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. So if you'll put in the chat box to Norma Ferguson what the agreement is, and we'll take care of it.
Okay, once again, I lost you there. What do I need to do?
If you'll put into the chat box to Ferguson, the coordinator, what the agreement is.
Okay.
So that we can get the paperwork for you.
Thank you. Chat box, okay.
Mr. Garcia, can you chat me your email and your client's email? That way I can start the paperwork.
I don't know anything about chatting. I'm gonna call my secretary in right now to help me.
All right, and Roland, that is why women hold up the world.
Exactly. and I'm glad that's the way it is.
I'll email it to her. I'm gonna email it.
Okay.
They want us to go into some chat room. How do we do that?
No, Roland, let her know she needs to put the agreement in the chat box.
Okay. I'll say, okay. So, Ms. Who's going to put the agreement? The state?
All right. You know what? I'll let Alexander, if you can put in the chat box the agreement to Norma. But Roland, in your chat box to Alexandra, she needs your client's email address.
Okay, there. Thank you, Judge.
And yours. I don't have yours either.
Okay.
And Roland, she needs yours.
Okay, it's GARC.
No, Roland, put it in the chat box.
All right.
All right, Roland, I'm going to send you a chat.
Forgive me, Judge. When I was growing up, I had to walk a block and a half just to use my grandmother's telephone. So this
Roland,
digital age
I had to walk 6
baffled.
miles to school over alligator infested waters. And then during the winter time, the lake would freeze and I would have to walk across the lake. And then one time an alligator popped up and almost bit me. I mean, that's not a true story, but it's the story I'm telling.
Yes, but you're also a lot more intelligent than I am, and you're able to adapt to this digital age. I'm still fumbling around trying to catch up.
All right, so if your secretary comes in, I'm putting in the chat box to you what the state is requesting.
Got that, Rose?
Yep. Judge, I walked uphill both ways in the snow. There's no one in the breakout room that you put me in.
Oh, no, they're coming. So
you want me to go back?
So if you'll go back to breakout room number 1, and if someone from family violence, there's one family violence prosecutor today. He's in breakout room number 26. As soon as he gets out of 26, we'll take you up, okay? And
Judge,
yes.
Could you please put Mario Escalante in breakout room number 2 with his lawyer, please?
All right, he's sent to number 2. Mr. Escalante, go to breakout room number 2, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And Tom, Jerry
Yes.
Kagan is in breakout room number 3.
I'm going to go to 3.
And Alexandra, are you able to take Lynn Hahn's case?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, everyone, if you're not a part of this hearing, please mute, and I promise you we will get to your case. And Ms. Hahn, thank you for your patience, and you as well, Mr. McIntyre. So if everyone could please unmute for me. All right, the court is calling 2018 CR 5286, State of Texas versus William McIntyre. If we're gonna have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense.
Ling Han.
Right, and are you Mr. McIntyre?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. McIntyre, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am, on all three.
The court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, Mr. McIntyre, I'm showing you two documents. One is entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, and the other is entitled State's Motion to Supplement Motion to Revoke Probation. Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes.
Are you the same William A. McIntyre that was placed on community supervision in 2018 CR 5286 for the offense of burglary of a building on June 19, 2019 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant violated condition number 41 on or about the 24th day of August in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, William A. McIntyre, then and there failed to comply with the rules and regulations of the felony drug court, failing to perform 16 hours of community service restitution in violation of condition number 41.
How do you plead to that, Mr. McIntyre? True or not true?
True.
State?
The state will waive all remaining allegations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. McIntyre, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 41 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking you to deny the motion and to alter and amend his conditions to include.
Just 1 second. Could you repeat that?
Yes, we do have an agreement. We're asking for you to deny the state's motion and alter and amend the conditions of probation to include a 20-day jail sanction that should be satisfied, a MIC MIOF evaluation plus MIOF to be held in abeyance, and continued participation in felony drug court.
Ms. Hahn, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement.
And does anyone know, is felony drug court going to accept him back?
Yes, Judge. I have been in contact with Judge and his case manager over there and with Deanna Zamaron, the court manager. They are all eager for Mr. McIntyre's return.
All right, Mr. McIntyre, could you unmute for me? Yeah. All right, Mr. McIntyre, do you want the court to follow this agreement?
Yes, ma'am, please.
All right, Mr. McIntyre, felony drug court is a very good program. You need to work that program. How old are you?
55.
All right, otherwise, one or two things going to end up happening. Either you're going to continue to be at the Bexar County Jail or in prison, or worst case scenario, you end up dying of a drug overdose or something. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include a 20-day Bexar County jail sanction. The court will show that that judgment is satisfied. There's to be a mild evaluation and continued participation in felony drug court. Mr. McIntyre, felony drug court will supervise you with the MIC mild evaluation, but I'm going to order that he remain in custody until re-entry into felony drug court. And Ms. Hahn, if you'll let them know in felony drug court that the court has already made its ruling, they should be able to have him released maybe sometime today or early tomorrow at the latest.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing else, we're going to close the record on this hearing.
There's
And
nothing else, Judge.
Mr. McIntyre, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with probation. Probation will go over conditions with you. And I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5. And Ms. Reyes, if you could go to 5, please.
Yes, ma'am. And so the McMyoff, we're going to go ahead and do the McMyoff evaluation then?
Yes, we're going to do the McMyoff evaluation, but we will allow felony drug court to supervise the McMyoff evaluation. So I want him back in felony drug court as soon as possible. And then felony drug court can handle the McMyoff evaluation.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. McIntyre, if you'll look on your screen, it should say breakout rooms at the bottom. If you'll press that and go to breakout room number 5. And Ms. Hahn, you can go to breakout room number 5 with your client, or if you don't think he needs any more supervision, then you are excused.
Thank you, Judge. I'm just going to hop in there and make sure he doesn't have any last questions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yes.
could you ask inmate Fuentello 14H to go to the breakout room?
Which number would he be going to?
I sent him there. I can't find it again though. 35.
All right, I'm trying to find him on the screen. Yes, he's there. Thank you, Marcus. You're able to send people to the breakout room. I like it. Joseph Acevedo, what is happening with your client?
Judge, if I may have deadline dates on both and possibly a resolution.
Have you spoken to Ms. Hendricks?
I have spoken with, yes.
And Ms. Hendricks, you need to show your video.
Oh, I apologize. No, I have not.
Okay, let me have you speak with her.
Judge,
So you
if I
can-
may, if I
Yes.
may, my mother-in-law went in for some emergency heart surgery. So I had been trying to, I had let your coordinator know, but you'd already sent me out to a room. So I just
Okay.
went ahead and finished that, but I'm trying to get to the hospital.
Oh, sure. Norma, on Hendricks, could you give them a 30-day reset? And Mr. Acevedo, if you want to come in before then, you can come in before then.
Okay, and then there's another matter on the docket.
All right.
25th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on May 25th, Ms.
On both of them?
No, let me find out who your other client is. Just give me one second.
Small.
All right, Ms. Hendricks, you're excused. You're to be back on May 25th. And who is the other case, Mr. Acevedo?
Mr. Small.
Is that Leon Small?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Leon Small, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Small, we're going to come back on your case on May 25th. That is going to be your plea deadline date. Do you understand?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
court will not accept any plea bargaining agreements after that date. If you do not enter a plea bargaining agreement on that date, you will be scheduled for trial on June 3rd. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Acevedo, you're excused. Your client is excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge, I'm back with Raymond Vale.
All right, just give me one moment. All right, who are you back on, Alexandra?
The case is Christopher, I think it's Eland.
Yes.
On that one, Judge.
Okay.
Center.
Yes.
Basically, Judge, what we got going on is today he's before the court on an endangerment case and a theft case. It appears that there's an aggravated assault SBI that has been filed it. I guess it looks like it's going to be an at-large filing, but it hasn't been submitted yet, but it's floating. Alexandra has made a request to family violence prosecutor, trying to see if they intend to proceed with indicting that case or not, because obviously it makes an impact what we're going to do on these two cases. I do have an offer with regard to the two cases, Judge. I also filed a motion in each case to get a bond set on each case. There were bonds set originally, but there were some issues with him making a court date. And I think there were some issues for drug use during the time he was on his bonds. And so those bonds were forfeited and he was remanded without a bond. I don't believe there's any opposition to recommending to the court setting a bond back at $15,000 on the endangerment case.
Is your client in custody?
I'm sorry, sir?
Is your client in custody?
He is, Your Honor. He's been in custody since April.
All right, what we'll do then is we will recall it. Norman, can we recall this for Friday to hear the bond issue? All right, so
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Elam will be recalled for the 30th, and we'll take up your bond issue at that time.
Okay, Judge.
And are you the attorney that's listed as his retained attorney now?
Yes, ma'am. I filed notice of retained counsels along with the motions earlier. Hopefully
All
they
right.
made it to the file.
Yeah, we just received it this morning, Judge.
Okay.
The notice was just filed this morning. The case was recalled for Friday. Eric Reynolds was his appointed attorney, and it was reset for Friday.
All right, so we'll see you on Friday, and at that time, I'll hear whatever motions as it relates to bond. And if, Alexandra, if you can get in touch with the state and family violence to see what is happening with the unindicted case.
Yes, Your Honor. I sent an email this morning, and as soon as I hear something back, I will let everyone know.
That new case isn't coded 701, Alexandra.
No, it's not.
Okay, so we just have the endangering that.
Yes, I sent the email to Maritza. She's the attorney assigned to it.
Sweet. All right, I will see you all then. You're excused.
And Judge, his wife is on Zoom. I don't know who gave her the Zoom link, but she is on Zoom and was asking if her husband was going to be online as well.
All right, who is the person who's on Zoom?
Listed under iPhone.
Whose iPhone?
That would be me.
All right, what is your name?
Jackie Island.
All right, Ms. Island, this is the way it works in the 187 District Court. If you're not going to be a witness, the only people who are allowed on Zoom are defense attorneys and defendants. Everyone else, the way this courtroom is open to the court during COVID, it's open to the courtroom by YouTube. This is not for family members to come in to hold hands by Zoom. It's not a chance for people to meet by Zoom. So if the state is not calling you as a witness, you will not be allowed into the Zoom hearing, but you can always watch it on YouTube.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Brenda Levinstein, who do you have?
Your Honor, I have James Jenkins.
Is it Family Violence or Criminal Trial Division?
CTD.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rick Ramos.
Hey, Judge. We're just waiting on some paperwork. We've already got the paperwork from Ms. Ferguson. My client has signed that just now. We just need to sign the state's paperwork for a plea agreement. We've accepted today, Your Honor.
Okay. And let me, everyone, just give me 1 second. Let me sign some paperwork. Ed Cato?
Yeah, hey, Judge, you know what? We have a deal on Mario Escalante, so I'll be waiting on paperwork, but I had a Taylor Snyder on the docket too, Judge. I'm not sure she showed up yet. She's out on bond.
All right, we'll find out if she's here.
All right, Judge.
Okay. Mary Peterzak.
I couldn't get a hold of her.
All right, thank you, Ed. Mary Peterzak?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with your case?
I was able to get a hold of Mr. Orta, the attorney, I think that Miss Garcia hired, and
Mr. Orta?
I'm here. Yeah, I just got retained and I thought it was set for the 29th. She did send me the Zoom information, so I haven't filed my notice. I'll file it today. It's a criminal mischief.
All right, Miss Peterzak, then do you need to confirm any information to give to Mr. Orta?
Yes, Judge, I do.
All right, Mr. Orta, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Miss Peterzak. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Okay.
And then come back to the main room.
Thank you.
Judge, could you send Mr. Rolando Garcia to a breakout room? I still haven't gotten the information I need.
I thought we had that. Rose.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6, Roland.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sure. Anyone else back from breakout rooms?
This is Jerry Kagan. I'm back.
Yes.
So I think we have a likelihood that this is going to work out. And hold on, I'm on the 27th. And we're asking for a short recess so I can explain the plea bargain to Mr. Briones, but I think he's going to be pleased with it.
All right, let's see if he's going to do this. Mr. Briones, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. I'm sending you to breakout room number 7. If you'll go to 7, please.
Hello, I'm in another court at the same.
All right, anyone else back from breakout rooms?
Juridical Texas. Go down.
Judge, I think Buentello may have just told them that he's done, but he's not.
All right, Norma, can you have, and what is the name?
Buentello, Buentello.
Norma, can you have Mr. Buentello come back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
He's an inmate. And could you let the deputies know that the inmates don't know if they're done or not? So to stop listening to them about they're done with court.
Judge Mary Patricia Karenbeck from the breakout room when you have a moment.
Yes.
I conferred with Mr. Orta, relayed all of my knowledge imparted on to him as far as the case and the states.
Okay. All right. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Orta, I'll send you to a breakout room with your client.
Okay.
If you'll go back to breakout room number 4, please, Mr. Orta. And Ms. Garcia, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4 to speak with your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Orta, you're aware of the offer?
Yes, but I still need to check the police report and all that information.
All right. I'm sending you to breakout room number
4.
And Ms. Garcia, if you'll go to breakout room number 4, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who is the attorney? Robert Guyona? Did you finish speaking with Mr. Buentello?
I have, Judge. I need to speak to, I guess, Marcus on that one again.
All right.
And Judge, I have the other client, Christian Reyna. We've received an offer on him. He is in the courtroom. We would like a reset to consider some time.
All right, let's do this first. Let's handle Mr. Buentello first. Let me see. Marcus, can you go back to breakout room number 35, please? And Robert Guyona, can you go to number 35?
Okay.
And Norma, can you let the deputies know that nobody's excused unless we say they're excused?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Sabine. Hello?
Ms. Livingston, you're back.
I am. Is there any way I could talk to my client? I'm texting him, but if I could
Sure.
see him face to face, that'd be nice.
James Jenkins, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. She's in breakout room number 4. That's where I'm moving her. So Mr. Jenkins, if you go to number 4 to speak to your attorney. All right, Mr. Orta.
Yes.
Yes, you're on Lisa Garcia.
Right. I'm gonna ask for a reset, Judge. I still need to, I got the offer from the other the defense attorney, the court appointed. And I still.
Okay, I can't hear anything you're saying. You're talking very low, or either my hearing is messed up.
I got the information from the other attorney already, but I still need to look at the police report and see exactly what they have against her. So I'm gonna ask the court for a reset on it.
All right, this is an old case. Norma, can you give them a 3-week reset, please? And it's Lisa Garcia.
Yes, ma'am. Come back on the 18th.
All right, we'll see you on May 18th. And just so everyone is reminded, jury trials will start back up on June 3rd. That is this court's date for a first jury trial.
Oh, am I on the list already or?
Oh yeah, this case is gonna be on the list.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. We do this because we want to see you.
Okay, I'll be there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
But
Judge.
we'll see you on May 18th, okay?
Thank you. That'd be
You're welcome.
excused.
Yes.
My client can be excused.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll see ya. Have a nice day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else ready?
Judge, this is Jerry Kagan.
Yes.
My client says that the Zoom is not allowing him to sign back in, but I spoke to him on the phone and he's going to accept the offer. I would just ask for a short reset so we can all get on the same page.
All right, what's your client's last name?
I'm sorry, Santiago Briones. If I can get 2 weeks.
Norma, can you recall this for Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you all on Friday for a plea. That'll be April 30th.
And a new Zoom link?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else ready? Brendan Livingston.
Your Honor, my client is going to accept the state's offer, but could we do the plea at a later date?
All right, is there a reason we can't do it today?
Oh, well, Mr. Jenkins just would like to get his affairs in order.
All right, is this for sentencing?
Probation?
Yes, it's for deferred.
What affair? I don't understand. Usually people, when they say they have affairs to get in order, it's because they're going to prison.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to get put on probation and start paying his fine and things like that. Can you just give us like a few weeks?
I mean, I'll recall it. If you can go back to breakout room number 4 and have Mr. Jenkins come to the main room, please.
Oh, he didn't come in? Okay.
No.
Okay.
All righty, where is Mr. Jenkins? Hi, Mr. Jenkins, could you unmute for me, please?
Oh.
All right, Mr. Jenkins, are you on your phone?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Can I just tell you, I admire your Zoom capabilities and your Zoom skills. I have people on here who are like 19. They can play whatever game they want to play on their phone, but they can't Zoom. So you've been doing great with the Zoom.
Well, I'm so computer illiterate, but I thank you.
No, I mean, you're doing great. So here's the thing. Your attorney has told me that an agreement has been reached, but you need some time to get some affairs in place.
Yes, ma'am, I want to try to see if I need to go Antonio or Hugh. I want to be able to. So.
Oh, you're going in and out on me.
I'm sorry. I'm just want to be able to comply. So if it's better for me, I'm to San Antonio and do probation, or if they could get you, I just want to be able to fight.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Jenkins. If you want your probation transferred somewhere,
yes, ma'am,
then of course the court is willing to have it transferred. Now, whether or not they accept the transfer is completely up to them, right? I have no control. I can't force them to accept the transfer. This is what I'm going to do on your case. I'll recall it. Let me see. I'm going to recall it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And at that time, you can either accept the plea or not accept it. It's completely up to you, but I will want a decision by that time. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
All right, Norma, Mr. Jenkins, can you recall this in 2 weeks for a plea?
The 12th.
All right, so we're going to come back on May 12th. And Mr. Jenkins,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you go forward with accepting the plea on May 12th, you'll need to have the ability to sign paperwork. So if you're unable to do it from your home, you can always come to the courthouse and we
Yes,
have equipment here and people to help you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I think we'll try to do that on the 12th.
All right, it's the 187 District Court, 4th floor, 300 De La Rosa.
I have the.
All right, and
I have it.
okay, and Mr. Jenkins, if you're coming down to the courthouse, masks are required.
Yes, ma'am. No problem.
All right, thank you. You're excused, and Ms. Levinstein, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ms. Leavenworth. Talk to you soon, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Robert Guyana on Leon Botello. What is happening with Mr. Botello?
Judge, can you hear me?
Yes.
On Mr. Botello, we have an agreement. I need a brief breakout with him to tell him exactly what we're doing. And
Okay.
Marcus is getting the paperwork together for me.
All right, Mr. Botello, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6. Your attorney will meet you there. And Ed Cano, we're just waiting on paperwork from your client.
Yes, Judge, we are. And
right, just-
yeah, but you know what, Judge? I told you that I was here on Taylor Snyder also.
Yes.
But you know, I just saw something that came a few minutes ago. I don't know, that shows that her case got rejected. So I'm not even sure.
All right, we'll check and
And
see.
that's the one that you're pleading on the DWI and misdemeanor for.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's what we talked about. Yeah. That's right.
So has that been completed? Is this felony case rejected or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, anyone else back? All right, everyone, I'm going to take a 5-minute break.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Let me see it.
Hey, Tom, you got any ties left?
Ties like neckties?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all. I got them. I got all my suits and ties in plastic at home because they were starting to get dusty in the closet.
Hey, man, that's not as bad. I don't have anything that fits anymore, so I'm freaking out. I got to spring for some new wardrobe. You know what I mean?
And then trying to
Yeah.
keep those little silverfish thing from eating all my clothes in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking for a good sale. You know, I had a jury laughing at me when I was a young guy. I was trying a civil case, and every time I approached the witness, they were chuckling. And what had happened is the trial was so long that I didn't have enough clothes, and I went out and bought some new clothes and a new pair of shoes. And on the heel of my right foot, there was a big old red sign that said "sale" on it.
Yeah.
So every time I walked up to the witness stand, that was flashing the big old sale sign. Anyway, I was just giving you a hard time. I'm sorry. It's going to be time to pull out the wardrobe soon.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot to check the tab.
All right, Matthew Finch, you're back. Oh, I cannot hear you, Mr. Finch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I accidentally hit my mute. I have a plea in County Court 8 that I got to go take care of with an inmate here in a few minutes, but I've never been able to confer this morning, Judge. I don't know that my client has appeared either. I've attempted to communicate with her, and this is a case I was substituted in late last month. But I just wanted to circle back to make sure that...
No, she has not appeared. All right. Is there a prosecutor available?
I'm available, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 1316, State of Texas versus Marisol Rubio. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense?
Matthew Finch for Marisol Rubio, Your Honor.
All right, this case was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:57 a.m. Deputy Laura, has there been a Marisol Rubio in the courtroom at all today?
No, Your Honor, she has not.
And Ms. Marisol Rubio has not been on the Zoom screen. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
Your Honor, I've attempted to reach out to her via phone and and mail. I have not heard back from her.
All right, State.
Yes, Your Honor, we would request that you forfeit her bond and issue a warrant for her arrest.
All right, that'll be granted. Your client will be remanded without bond. If you're able to get in touch with your client, of course, the court will reconsider.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're excused.
May I
Yes.
confer, Judge, just to kind of get an idea?
Yes. And this stalking case, that is a 701.
It is,
So,
Judge.
David Martin, are you available to confer with Mr. Fitch?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Finch, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
And then I have paperwork that I'm signing. And it's on Mr. Severin.
For Mr. Servin, Lorenzo?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yes.
signing the paperwork now.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And Roland, is Mr. Severin in the office with you?
No, Your Honor. I think he's there in the courtroom area. He's on Zoom, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. Severin, where are you?
I'm at my house. At my place, I'm sorry.
That's
But
okay.
I'm on
I'm going to
Zoom.
need you to show your video.
Oh, I'm
So I'm
sorry.
asking you to start your video.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Severin, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4. The clerk will meet you in number 4 to go over the paperwork with you.
Yes, ma'am.
To swear you in. And Roland, I'm going to send you to number 4. They'll let you know if there's any paperwork that's missing.
You gonna send me there too, Judge?
Yes, I just did.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Seeloff or Mr. Coy, what's happening?
Your Honor, there is a new case in the pipeline, has not been assigned to a felony prosecutor yet, so I guess we need to reset for at least 30 days. And then, because that case will control everything.
All right, Norma, can you check on Coy to see if there has been a prosecutor appointed to some new case?
Your Honor, I can speak to that. So
Yes.
it's a family violence case, and in my system, it hasn't been assigned to an intake prosecutor yet. It's a relatively new case. It happened in March. So I'm not sure if David can speak to that or if he knows who's going to be assigned that, but that's the case it'll be controlling. The other case is a drug case.
All right, Norma, can you do me a favor on Mr. Coy? Can you recall that for 30 days and see if Mr. Seeloff can be appointed to the to the family violence case, so there won't be 2 different attorneys?
Yes, ma'am. Let me take a look at it. Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, Judge, and it was fun watching you all day.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, the 187th, we try to be a pleasant courtroom. I appreciate everyone having patience in their pocket.
Well, I ripped that out a long time ago. I'm a doctor, not a patient. That's the law.
Okay.
Remember that. When you deal with all these lawyers, they're doctors, not patients.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Seeloff, I appointed you back on April the 8th.
Okay, I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay.
But anyway, can you reset it for 30 days?
Well, let me see. Where's Mr. Coy?
I think he's in jail, so I'll talk to
He's
him.
L13, Judge.
All right, Miss. Thank you so much. Mr. Coy, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Coy, you have another case. It appears that it's going to be a continuous violence against family. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to recall you back in 2 weeks, Mr. Seeloff. I'm sure Mr. Martin, if you'll hang around, he'll be able to make sure that he pulls the cases for you and pull the discovery for you, so you'll have it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sure.
So I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Mr. Coy.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'll see
So
you later.
Norma, can I have a 2-week reset? Mr. Coy, just remain there.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, they can come back on the 11th.
All right, so we're going to be back on May 11th, Mr. Coy.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
All right, and Norma, can you let the deputies know that Mr. Coy is excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Oh, no, if you'll just wait so that David Martin can talk with you, so he'll be able to give the information to you. And what I'll do is I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. If you'll wait there patiently till he finishes with his other discussion.
Okay.
Mr. Seeloff, do you need the appointment order? I can send you one over.
You could send it, yeah, that would be great.
Okay, will do.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go to room 3.
Yes. And Norma, what date did you give on Villegas? It's Mr. Simmons' case.
I told them next week on a Wednesday, but I didn't know if that was too soon. I told him I talked to you about it.
All right, let's just recall it in 3 weeks.
Okay, I'll do the 19th, Judge.
Okay. Sure, no problem. Whoever's squeaking the door, I understand some WD-40. I think that'll take care of that. Brenna, that's all I have in my toolbox for solving issues.
That'll work.
All right, and then everyone, we're going to end up taking a break. James Seeloff, I already sent you to breakout room number 3.
Judge, I went there, but the prosecutor kicked me out, said he was talking to somebody else.
Ah, okay. Well, just wait for a moment after he finishes with them. Then you can go in that room.
Okay.
All right. So before I take up Mr. Servant, Jonathan Ross.
Yes, Your Honor. I've conferred on Justin Allman's case and on Michelle Johnson's case with the state, and I believe that we have. I believe that we should have an agreement on both of those. If Miss Allman, Miss Trevino, I believe if we could have a reset, she's probably.
Wait, time out. Okay, let's start with this. Justin Allman, what are we doing on Mr. Allman?
Sorry, Mr. Allman, I believe we're going to have an agreement for a recommendation for deferred, Your Honor.
All right, you believe or do you?
We do, Your Honor.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back on that because the court reporter needs a break. We'll come back at 2 p.m. to take that plea up. Okay. All right, then your other client, who's your other client?
Michelle Johnson, Your Honor.
All right, what is happening on Miss Johnson?
And Miss Johnson, we have an agreement on that. It's going to be one where Miss Johnson will be. We would request a little time for Miss Johnson to get her affairs in order and spend Mother's Day with her kids, and turn
what
herself
is this?
in.
Is this a time offer?
Yes, Your Honor. And she's on bond right now.
Well, here's the thing. We can take up the plea and then I'll reset for sentencing.
Okay.
All right. So I'll see you all back at 2 p.m. So we'll set Ms. Johnson. If you can unmute, please.
My apologies. Yes, Your
No
Honor.
problem. Ms. Johnson, we'll take up the plea at 2 p.m. and then I will set it for sentencing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we'll see you all back at 2. All right. Thank you.
And Ms. Johnson, I'll give you a ring.
All right. And everyone, it'll be the same Zoom link.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And Jonathan,
Yes,
could you
Your Honor.
make sure the state has both your clients' email addresses?
Yes, will do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Finch.
Judge, I've had a chance to confer with Mr. Martin. Obviously, you've remanded my client without bond. I'll try to get in touch with her, and if I do, I'll let the court know as soon as possible.
All right, and then Mr. Seelaw,
Yes, Your Honor.
if you'll go to breakout room number 3, and David, if you could go to breakout room number 3 and speak with Mr. Seelaw.
And then may I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then the parties on Severn, who are those parties? And this is the last case we'll take up before our afternoon break.
Alexandra.
Roland Garcia from Mr. Sabine.
Lorenzo Seven. There we go.
All right, the court is calling 2018 CR 11670, State of Texas versus Lorenzo Severn. Could I have the parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense?
Roland Garcia.
And are you Mr. Severn?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Is there any objections to us proceeding by video? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Severn, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. We are waiving the enhancement allegation.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Severn,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
there's no application, is that correct?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Severn, I'm going to show you a document entitled Court's Admonishment and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand what you're charged with? The possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Severn, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Mr. Severn, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, Mr. Severn, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 2018 CR 11669. And are you aware if you do not show up for your sentencing date, you will be subject to the full range of punishment? Are you aware?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Severin, did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Severin, to the offense is charged in an indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor. The state offers State's Exhibit 1 and attachments.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Severin, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you and your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no laboratory reports? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Defense, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery, and the court is reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments for sufficiency. All right, everyone, just give me a moment. State and defense, could I see you in a breakout room, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if I could see you all in breakout room number 3.
Janie. Janie. I did something. Come here.
What? Got 4 people on here. What did I do?
I don't know. Grandpa, I don't know. I've never been on there before.
Get out of
How do
here.
you do that?
Yeah, it's none of your business. Okay, get out. You don't care.
You're muted, Judge. Judge, you're muted.
I forget when you come out of the breakout room sometime, you come out muted. Thank you. All right, the court, we're back on the record. The court has reviewed State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. We'll come back on this sentencing in 2 weeks. Is there anything? Yes, Mr. Garcia?
Could I request, given the suddenness of this plea, that we get an extension for 30 days and to allow Mr. Sedrin sufficient time to get his affairs in order before he needs to be sentenced.
All right. Norma, on Mr. Servine, could you recall this for 30 days, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Give me 1 second, Judge. Let me bring up the calendar. He can come back on, he has to turn himself in, June the 2nd, Judge.
June the 2nd, Rose.
All right, Mr. Servin, you need to be in the 187 District Court on June 2nd. If you do not show up on June 2nd, you will be subject to the full range of punishment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we will see you on June 2nd. It's the 187 District Court. It's the 4th floor. It's 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you come to the courtroom, you will need to have your mask, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you then, Mr. Severn.
Yes, ma'am.
And with that, we'll close the record.
I'm free to go.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right, Roland.
Okay, sir.
I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
All right,
okay.
Everyone, it is 12:23. We are going to take our afternoon break. So if everyone can come back at 2. Mr. Cano, my understanding your case is working out, is that correct?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Ramos, your case is working out?
It was, Judge. I do need to let the court know that I'm in Maverick County. I do have a live in-person suppression hearing at 2, so I won't be able to come back until much later.
How long is that hearing taking?
It's only 2 state troopers, but I don't know how long they're going to testify. The videos are about an hour each in the interrogation, and it just depends if the judge is going to listen to the whole thing or not.
All right, have you completed the paperwork on Mr. Ramos?
Mr. Ponce, I've completed my end. David just notified me that it's showing my client has viewed it, but not signed, but I just went over it with him. I don't know what's going on his end, why it's not signing, but I can work on that. If we can get a short reset, I guess for about a week, Judge, I can work on getting that signed with him.
All right, we can recall it for tomorrow.
Let me just check. That works for me, Judge.
Norma, are we able to recall this for tomorrow?
Yes,
right.
Judge.
All right, we'll recall Mr. Ponce for tomorrow. Just have the plea paperwork ready.
I will make sure that it's signed, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, then everyone else will come back at 2 p.m.